everyone, it's Susie. Welcome back to Dragonfly Bees Resale Journey. In this video, it's the continuation of the unboxing of the Goodwill Blue Box from Lake Worth, Florida. So let's jump right in and check out this group of items. First off, we have this really awesome bracelet that has dried flowers. I mean, look at that tiny rosebud. There's two. And all these tiny, I don't know. Really? Are they real? They're pretty awesome. They are bezeled. It's silver tone. Just gorgeous. I must say there is some slight wear, I guess, to some of the links. Nothing super significant, but this is something else. I'm pretty happy with this find. I like this. So let me measure the length of this one. There is a lobster claw on one end, and there's no extender. So this bracelet measures approximately 7.5 inches long, and it's beautiful. So we have that. Next up is a rhinestone, vintage rhinestone necklace with a faux pearl center on its side. It's like a teardrop shape. The unfortunate thing about this, there's no, are there any stones missing? There are no stones missing at all, but there's some dead ones. Look at that grouping right there. And the darker ones are the ones that have some discoloration to them. I mean, this is something else. And look, that pearl even juts out. That's the back side. I don't see a maker's mark. There's a fold over clasp. It is so nice though. Unfortunately, I don't know. Can something like this be cleaned? I don't know. This is approximately 7 inches. So we have that one. I mean, this is quite a stunner. Okay. Next up, this here, I believe, is an anklet due to the size, the length. These do feel like actual stone, the beige ones. And then you have these, I believe they're so shiny, they look plastic. But, you know, I think they could be actual shell. What did they call these? They look like those Hishi shells. That's a tongue twister. That was a tongue twister. Let me measure this one. And it has a barrel clasp, and it's about 9.5 inches long. So, what do you think? Is that an anklet? It can be. I have thicker ankles. There's a silver tone barrel clasp, and it's in great condition. So we have this. Next up, wow, this one is tiny, 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 tiny. It's on a cord with silver tone hardware. There's a little plaque that has some wear on the back side. It says, "Life is a song, love is the music." And there's a little musical cymbal charm hanging off of it. Super, super sweet. Good for the musician. It's 7 inches in length, and It is, well, you know, that looks to be, it looks like a coppery wear on the back, so I don't believe this is precious metal. So we have this one. Okay, moving along, we have a clamper, and this is gold tone. It looks to be in very good condition. I'm looking at the inside. The outside, I see right off the bat, this scratch right here, and that is on the back side where the hinges. There's this design. And that's how it looks. It's gold tone. It's an oval. I don't know. When I put it on, it looks to be pretty narrow. Meaning, I mean, it fits good. It could be a 7. And I believe, wow, I believe it's not. It's more like a 6.5, maybe. So we have this clamper. Not bad overall. Next up, this bracelet's pretty cool. You see the cord, like a cable metal cord, and there's actually a fold-over clasp. This looks like actual, like industrial cable. There's silver tone bands as well as this gold tone one. And no, these are more gunmetal. I take that back. It's gunmetal. This clasp, let me see, fits inside like so, and then you snap it in place. Let me see if there's any markings. The only mark that I do see is on the clasp, and it says stainless steel. Okay, not surprised. This one here measures, I would say, about 7.5. Very cool, very industrial. I would say in pretty nice condition. Hinged bracelet. Next one, I like these type of bracelets. They're made of, this one's in multicolor seed beads, and you just slide it on. Isn't that pretty? At first time I saw these, I thought the elastic was just, you know, not there, but I didn't realize that you just slide them on. This is beautiful. The colors make me happy, happy, happy. Next one. This here is made up of, they look like sodalite chips with some gold bead spacers, and there's a, look how tiny that little spring ring clasp is. And it may say something on that plate. It says 14K. So this is something that will be tested. But in the meantime, let me measure the length of this one. And this one here is about, let's put it flat, tiny, 6.5 inches. And there's the chips close up so you can see. But I will test that closure since it is marked 14K. And then the next bracelet, oh, this has that elongated silver tone. No, gold tone. Lobster clasp, and it has these semi-precious beads. heart-shaped unakite jasper beads. And then you have these smaller beads along with silver tone beads. I do see some copper sticking out of that. So that tells me it's not precious metal. And this one here, it's so delicate. Look how small those beads are, especially the hearts. I mean, someone had to carve those. This one here, a little over 7 inches. Very delicate. Very pretty. And magnetic. Okay, next up, we have this memory wire style. I kind of like this. It has wooden beads, or they could be seeds. And then you have seed beads and this very pretty opalescent, very shiny pink bead strand center. I like it. And that's what it would look like on. So we have that. Next up is this stretch bracelet. This does feel cold, so I believe this would be a dyed howlite bead. The elastic is brand new. Look how white that is. This is it's a brand new stretch bracelet, and there's a bonus hair. Is that hair? Blonde hair. A very sweet elephant charm hanging off of it, and he is double-sided. Very nice. Next bracelet we have is this here. Oh, this is a cold bead. It's a black gray banded, like there's some stripes going through it. Stone, almost like a moon glow, right? And oh, okay, this is going to go into craft. The stretch is very stiff, so I'm not even going to attempt to try it on, but it has very pretty components. These especially, they're like a blue cube. So we have that. And then last in this group is this bracelet that has a little hook closure. There is a jewelry tag, and I don't know who that is, but if you know, maybe it's a Florida brand, I don't know, because I did see this tag on something else that I showed in the first video, part 1, and it had a charm of, I think it was the map of Florida. But this here is very nice. These are, I believe, semi-precious stones, beads. Oh, it says, Love This Life. Oh, so maybe that is the brand. I thought that was a charm. Love This Life. This is a very sweet, it's a stiff, structured bracelet that has a circumference of it has a circumference of maybe 7.5 inches. And here you can see it closely. You know, let's measure. Let's test these and see what they are. Oh gosh, okay. They are not semi-precious stones. These are all glass beads. Fooled me. It's still really nice though. Okay, let's get into the necklaces. The first one I want to show you is this black faceted glass bead double strand necklace. It has a really nice gunmetal tone, a elongated oval link chain, and these really nice faceted glass beads. Some are just plain circular ones, and then the oval ones are faceted. And then on the bottom, you have this type of shape. There is a lobster claw at the end and no extender. So this one here is in nice condition. So let me measure the drop on this one. As you can tell, as you can see, it's a little asymmetric. For instance, if I put it that way, you'll see that the shorter strand has a bead here, but none here. And then the bottom half is symmetric. So let me measure this drop for you to the shorter strand, and that's 8 inches. And in total, this is about 10.5 inches long in drop, or in length, I should say. So we have that one. And then the second one here, this is really nice. It is made up of seed beads. 6 strands of them. Has this beautiful box clasp that is rectangular, silver tone, and it has 3 rhinestones, and they're all there. And the nice part about this is these strands are really long. It ends in this beautiful faceted bicone bead. So seed beads can be glamorous. Let me measure. This is, like I said, quite long. Let me measure. You know, I wouldn't even be surprised if the seed beads were glass. Let me measure this to the shortest strand. And there's 6 strands altogether. This one here has a drop of almost 12 inches to the shortest strand. And this necklace goes down to 19 inches. So this is pretty nice. Look at that shine on the faceted beads. I mean, they're not exactly bicone, but they're super pretty. And then lastly, in this black bead necklace group is this here. This has a silver tone spring ring clasp. This is a vintage, like a acrylic bead gumball necklace. Some of these are kind of dull. Maybe they can be polished up, but you can see the seam. They are acrylic. But the nice thing about this necklace is the design on one side. It has this half wood, half like a nice smooth enamel. And it's like a triangular shape. And there's 3 of them. So this necklace is another long one. And the drop on this one measures approximately almost 18 inches. So let me show you this one. There's some dust. You can see that double string interior. You see how dusty these are? And there is a oh, that may have to be repaired. Oh my. Okay. So that's what this one looks like. So because of that, yeah, I'll price it accordingly. Okay, this next group is really fun. I have to admit, this first necklace, love it. It has a silver tone hook closure on top. It's made up of wooden beads. And then it expands into 5 strands. And look at these carvings. You have a camel. You have an elephant. Down below is a lion. Next to that lion is another elephant. Ending off with another camel. So, all right, this here is in really beautiful condition. So let me measure the drop of this one. It's really nicely carved, I have to say. So this here measures approximately 11 inches. So we have that really nice wooden animal necklace. This one is super fun. This one you saw when I opened the box initially, if you saw part 1. Look at these beads. I mean, mesmerizing. It looks like, look into my crystal ball. This one reminds you of the scene with the witch in Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz. She sees Auntie M. Anyway, these beads are fabulous. I mean, these are huge. And then they do get slightly smaller on the very top. It's finished off with a lobster claw clasp and a nice extender. They feel like acrylic or even lucite. It has an 8-inch drop, and they're super fun. I mean, they have that glowiness to them. And they look to be in pretty good condition. So we have that. This here I like too. Wow. This is on a faux leather cord. There are 4 strands. It's finished off with a silver tone lobster claw and a very long extender. I just love what's hanging off of it. Look at this. It's like a reddish orange, like a lucite panel, and it has that mother of pearl inlay, and then you have these beautiful wooden accents. Isn't that nice? It's translucent. You can't see through it. I love this. And then let me show you the back side. This is in really nice condition. It has some sort of coating that makes it feel very smooth and soft on your skin. And there's no maker's mark on this. I like this. Let me measure the drop on this one, and it's about 8.5 inches, and you can lengthen it. It does have that very long extender. Okay, moving on. We have this. This is heavy. It's a beautiful heavy. This is like a peachy, almost like a rose color. They are substantial in weight. They're like these carved polished shells. And they're graduated in size. And on the top, it's finished off with these beads. Then you have the gold tone lobster claw with the extender. This is super sweet. I like it. I like the organic feel to it. And this has a drop of 9.5 inches, and you can make it longer. Now, I don't normally like shell jewelry, but you know what? I kind of like this one. I like this one because look at these shells. They're not your, they're coated. So they feel really nicer. You know, they're not raw shells, but they're just really, I don't know, they kind of look like little mushrooms. This must have been some sort of tourist piece, maybe, I don't know. But it's pretty sweet. And it's in really good condition. So there's no closure that I could find on this piece. So let me measure this. The drop on this one is 17 inches long. So we have that. So, okay. What do you think of this box from Lake Worth? So far, I have no complaints. Tell me what you think. Okay, next up, we have this vintage white acrylic bead necklace. It has a hidden barrel clasp. Let's open it up to see. Yeah, it looks to be in good condition. It does secure and screw in nicely. Simple white acrylic bead. Let's measure the drop. And this one here has a drop of 11 inches. So we have that. Next up is another vintage necklace. This is red acrylic beads. Some do have some wear on them. There are these white and gold tone cylinders in between. The beads are nicer on the bottom part. It has a very fancy fold-over clasp. And I believe it has a maker's mark. Let's fold that open and see what it says. It says something. It says something back there, and that says Napier. Yeah. So this is a vintage Napier red acrylic bead necklace with a fold-over clasp, and it has a drop of about 8 1/4 inches long. Next up, oh, this is very different. Look at that. This is faux bone. Yeah, this is carved nicely, and it's surrounding this brushed gold tone. The hoops on the end, and that's the actual extender. There's a jewelry tag. LC, Liz Claiborne. Very nicely constructed. It is a toggle necklace. So let's look at these links. Beautiful, aren't they? And then in between the links, you have these smaller, detailed, oval links. So I just want to make sure there's no damage to these. Let's look at the other side. Let me flip it over. So that way you see exactly what to expect if you were to take this home with you. I think it's in really nice condition. It has some weight. It's a toggle necklace, and like I said, there are 3 hoops. So to measure this, I would measure it like so. And the drop on this would be approximately 7 1/4, but then you can make that longer. So we have this very unusual Liz Claiborne necklace, toggle necklace. Next one, this is a gold tone curb chain necklace. It has a, what's that? What's over there? That's a lobster claw at the end. And an extender. It's this polished, shiny gold tone. 7.5 inches in drop. And that's what it looks like. Close up. And not light. This has weight to it. I don't see a maker's mark on this. And I would say it's in nice condition. This next one, wow. Larger links in a gold tone. This is substantial in weight. There is a lobster claw at the end. This has an extender with a little hoop at the end. But look at what it's holding. These medallions. They are black enamel with a gold tone lion heads. Are they lion heads? I guess they are, but they kind of have a manly face. You see what I'm talking about? Look, look. So there's the back side. You see how the chain is just looped into those medallions? This looks to be in pretty nice condition. Yeah. So I don't see a name on this one either. But like I said, pretty heavy. Pretty weighty. So let's measure the drop on this necklace. And it's about 7.5 inches. And you do have that extender. All right. So moving on to 2 more goodies in this box. All right, more necklaces, and this first one here is super nice. This is made by Napier. Let me bring you in closer. There's a really nice design to this. It's made up of all these hearts. The chain is made up of hearts. You see? And then as you move down the necklace, you still have that heart motif, and then you have dangling beads. It does have an extender, and there is the jewelry tag. It says Napier in block letters. It's very nice. This here has a drop of approximately a little over 7 inches. So we have that. Next one is this very nice, simple silver tone chain with the spring ring clasp. And hanging off of it is a very sweet dragonfly. There is the back side. And I don't know. Curiosity tells me I should check it out. Well, the chain is, of course, magnetic. It is attracted to the magnet. But what about the actual pendant? It is not. So that's something I will test later. Next up, this here. Look at these daisies that have blue stone centers and surrounds. It's on an S chain, silver tone. This is the back side of them. You know, I did find one earring that matched this, and it was a lever back one that I may have shown in part 1. This one has a very nice, fancy clasp at the end with the extender, and the extender even has a rhinestone bead. No maker's mark, but very nicely made. And I love, love, love blue. I love these blues. Blue and silver look good together. So let me measure the drop on this necklace. And this one has a drop of about, yeah, 7 inches. And it's magnetic. All right. All right, all right. The one next to it got stuck on it too. So have you got a box from Lake Worth? What was your experience? Did you, were you happy? Did they send you nice things? Okay, next up is this silver tone necklace. It's a twisted, beautiful, shiny silver tone necklace. It has a spring ring clasp. You know, there is something marked there. And I can't make it out. Let's see. Let's see if I could show you again. Maybe you can help me. What is that? Is that a swan? Is that a sea? I don't know. But look what's hanging off of it. This little cage with a pearl inside. And this cage is actually dolphins. There they are. Little dolphins. Oh, wait. I don't know. What, is this the front? Where it shows the pearl? Or is that the front? I think this is. Well, nonetheless, I mean, this is, let me face it that way. This is really a nice necklace. And this has a drop of almost 9 inches. And like I said, it has that spring ring and that, that maker's mark that I can't decipher. This is nice. This is a bar pendant necklace. It has these beautiful multicolor rhinestones faceted on a simple silver tone chain. There is a lobster clasp and a jewelry tag, and that jewelry tag says NRT. NRT. NRT, is that Avon? I'm guessing, I don't recall. This one has a drop of about 8 inches in length, and this is in really nice condition. Okay, moving along, we have this one here. This is acrylic. It's not a crystal. It's on this brass tone chain. But look at these pretty cubes. They're like opalescent cubes going all the way up the neckline. And what baffles me is this necklace has 2 lobster clasps. So, what's the purpose of that? If you know, let me know. You see, there's one on this side, and there's one on that side. And there's an extender, too, with the bead at the end. I mean, this is super long. That's what it looks like. And then you have that. So, measuring this, the drop is about 16.5 inches. And, yeah, if you know why it would have 2 lobster claw clasp at the end, let me know in the comments. I'm just curious. I don't get it. Next up is this necklace. This necklace has this pendant hanging off of it. And this is real stone. Deep berry color. It's cold, it's faceted. It's hung on a wire attached to this necklace. The necklace has like a very distressed look to it. There's like these hoops that are hammered and detailed. Then you have these ribbed beads, and then you have the same stone in a smaller faceted design. And then going up the neckline, this is what it looks like. It's very distressed. It's purposely distressed. Oh, this I can take off. I guess the price tag was placed on there. There's a jump ring with nothing on it, so I don't know what that is. There's a very distressed lobster claw at the end. Yeah, it has a really distressed look to it. But I have to say, this here is the star. It's a beautiful, almost like a cranberry, I don't know. The stone looks to be in good condition. I see no cracks. I see no breakage, you know. And if you know what stone this is, let me know. And then even the smaller ones look good. It's just a pretty color. I mean, this can be worn as is, or, you know, jewelry makers out there can repurpose this. It's heavy. So, all right, enough of that. Let me measure the drop on this one. And it measures approximately 12 inches. So we have that. And then moving on, we have a couple more things in this mix. Let me move this away. Here we have this copper tone necklace with the lobster claw. It's kind of like a Rolo chain. And hanging off of it is this kitty cat plaque. And it has a little AB coated amber colored bead. There's the back side, no maker mark, just kind of sweet copper tone. This one has a drop of almost 9 inches to the plaque. So we have that kitty cat, a little heart on the side. We have this rose gold color snake chain with a curved bar. This one is made by Louisa. Has a lobster claw, has a very long extender. As is, I mean, this is only 6 inches in drop, so you can extend it. I mean, something like this, I guess you can add a pendant to it. But we have that. And then, what else? What else do we have here? Oh, that pendant that I found before. There was this chain in the box, a vintage chain marked Korea. It does have some wear, but it matched it pretty well. It has a spring ring clasp, so I would, I'm not sure if it was supposedly together, but I'll place it together. It has a drop of 11.5 inches. And yeah, we have this pendant. And then we have a mini statement necklace. Beautiful green faceted acrylic beads. They are all there. This is the back side, and this is in really nice condition. It seems to be pretty new. And here is the oval chain, and it ends in a lobster claw. And yeah, there's an extender. So let me measure the drop on this one. It's a cute little mini statement. So this one has a drop of about 8.5 inches. So we have that. And then lastly, I found this, I believe this is a bracelet. It's silver tone. It has 3 strands. Each strand has a different color bead. It's either blue, coral, or green. Blue, orange, or green. Sorry. And it's kind of bigger. There is a jewelry tag I thought I saw. Yeah, there it is. This one has a jewelry tag that says Avon. This is an Avon. Vintage Avon, I believe. Bracelet that is about 8 inches. So we have this cutie. All right, moving on. Okay, let's test this for what it says it is. It says 14K on the plate over here. This is such a tiny little spring ring. All right, I'm gonna attempt to make a scratch. Oh, okay, I got a little bit. Let me try this one here. It's so small and delicate. Bear with me. Wow. Okay. Here are the 2 scratches. I'm going to take 14K acid solution and place it on the scratches, and let's wait a few moments to see whether or not this is in fact 14K. There, it's very faintly marked 14K over there, as well as on the opposite side, and not marked on the spring ring. Okay, let's take a look. There's a reflection, but it is holding steady, and it's smoking a little. Can you see that? So I would say yes, this is it hasn't faded. So we do have 14K. So let's test this pendant. I said this was nephrite, but who knows? It could be glass. Let's see. Is it anything? Oh well, it's barely moving. Let's try this one more time. Have to get a good hold of it. Okay, this is a glass bead. And yeah, what is that over here? Yeah, this part. So let me let's test that. Okay. Let's do it again. Uh-huh. All right. So, it's really tiny, but that surround is coming up diamonds. So I wonder if this is gold. Let's find out. Okay, let's see what we have here. Oh, that doesn't sound too good. In fact, that doesn't even look good, does it? It's the second scratch right there. And I used 10 karat acid. And it's not actually, is it fading? You know what? I would say that's fading. So that's pretty interesting. Oh well, okay. Now we know. All right, next up, let's look at some necklaces that I will be placing into the craft lot. Craft lot items are $1. First one I have is this very delicate silver tone chain. Nice lobster clasp. And there is a dried flower medallion pendant. There's some wear on the back, but overall, it's very sweet. So we have that one going into craft. Next up is this very distressed necklace, very dark tones with different colored hoops. But as you can see, look at these hoops. They're pretty distressed looking. Perhaps it is like that, I don't know. But it's on like a bib style design with the hanging hoops on the bottom. So this will be a craft lot item. Next up, look at these chains. There's 6 of them. And they're all pristine. They all have a spring ring clasp. They're silver tone. Take a look at the design. They have a bead and an elongated bead. And they all have a drop of 9 1/4 inches. So we have 6 of them. So each one will be a craft lot item. All right, move those to the side. Next up, I thought this was really nice. This is by Louisa. Right there, it says Louisa. This is a rose gold chain and very long. Hanging off of it is this curved bar with tassels, chain tassels. The only problem is, you notice the middle tassel is missing. So maybe you can put like a different color tassel on there or a pendant. This can be repurposed. And it's really long. I'll measure this, sure. So you know just how long this chain is to the drop. Just how long the drop is to the bar is 14 inches. So we have this one going into the craft lot. Next up is a very long strand of faux pearls. As you can see, they're broken. But look at this box clasp. Vintage. It looks like it's missing some rhinestones too. Yeah, it is. It is. And it is signed somewhere, marked. Yeah, I think that's it. It says Japan. So we have a long strand of faux pearls. Some just need to be wiped clean, but overall they are definitely reusable. So we have that. Another necklace that I thought would be great to repurpose is this one. This one has really pretty glass beads. Look at this one with the different colors. And then you have round ones that are similar to the oval ones. Then you have bronze tone seed beads, and it ends in silver tone hardware. And it even has these brass tone faceted beads along with the silver beads. What's that? That's something, a leaf? I don't know. But the reason why I'm placing this into craft is the shell pendant is scratched right there. So this will be in craft. Next up, this strand of faux pearls is going into craft as well. It's on a stretch elastic that can easily be a bracelet. So we have that. And then we have this one. This one is one of those magnetic necklaces. It has like a hematite colored bead as well as these, like a cat eye bead, well, kind of, and some clear clear bicone beads. It's magnetic. That's one. Oh, you see, even something is sticking on it. So yeah, we have that. And yeah, I think that's it for craft in this part 2. So yeah, moving on to a few more items, and I think that will conclude the video. So let's see what else I have. Okay, next up I have this brooch. This is a vintage brooch. When I picked it up, a rhinestone fell off. But I want you to see this. It's old. It's large. It's pretty stunning. But it is missing several rhinestones. Luckily, all the, I guess these are rectangular shaped ones are there, as well as all these that make up the leaf. They are present, as well as these. They're there too. The only ones that are missing seem to be the small round rhinestones. So if we look closer, there's one there. This space right there makes 2. And then on this band, I believe that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a lot. Well, we do have 1, so it's missing 6. This is substantial in weight. It is really stunning. And it's signed on the back, right there, Eisenberg. There's the rollover clasp. It looks to be in really nice condition. There's even a number on the back here. It looks like 350 maybe. This is a beautiful vintage Eisenberg brooch, substantial in size, needs some repair, so I'm selling this for someone who can bring this back. This beautiful vintage Eisenberg brooch. This will be packed carefully. I will wrap it, and I will include that one little rhinestone. Okay, next up we have this amazing gold tone mesh necklace, more like a choker. What is that? I guess that has to be cleaned off. This is, I believe, rhodium plated. These are faux, square cut faux rubies, and filled with clear rhinestones. There are, I believe, 2 that are missing. Right there. It's substantial in weight. This is amazing. This is beautiful vintage, I believe from the 80s. There is the fold over clasp, and let me show you the back side and the maker's mark. It's right there. Can you see that? CHR.DIOR. This is a vintage Christian Dior gold-plated mesh choker necklace. I've seen these on WorthPoint. I've seen it on Etsy. I've seen these on many different online jewelry sites. Complete and in good condition for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars. On Etsy, it was $645. On WorthPoint, I mean, I've seen them for going more than $1,000. But more so in, you know, over 500. Due to the fact that this is missing 2 rhinestones, I am offering my subscribers an incredible price, hoping you can get those 2 rhinestones replaced. Let me measure the drop on this for you. This was an incredible find in this box from Lake Worth. This has a drop of 6 inches? 6 inches. Or should I measure it the other way? Let's measure it like that. If I measure it like this, it comes out to about 15.5 inches. Yeah. Something else, huh? So, we have this Christian Dior. Vintage Christian Dior. Wow! Okay, next up I have this. I believe you call this a Jabot brooch, J-A-B-O-T, which means it is a stick pin, but it is ornate on both ends. So instead of just having that little pin cover on the bottom, which would look like that, there it is. It's quite secure. It doesn't spin around. It's gold tone, beautiful, filled with rhinestones. They are all there. I had a problem finding this online, so this is quite rare, and this is a vintage Christian Dior. Right there's the maker's mark, CHR-DIOR. Another Christian Dior piece in this box, and this is pretty spectacular. This is intact, and I took out a very clean back to show you this one. This one measures about 3.5 inches in length. So we have this amazing vintage Christian Dior pin. All right, everyone, that's a wrap on this part 2 of this unboxing of this Goodwill Blue Box from Lake Worth, Florida. If you enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up. Also, tell me, what were your favorites? I have to say, I was so pleased with this box. It was a nice change from all the boxes I've been getting from Nashville, Tennessee. No offense. These two were extremely a surprise, as well as this brooch. I do love vintage jewelry. There were other things. I mean, the whole box was very diverse. A really nice variety as well included. So, if you enjoyed my video, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe. Please subscribe, and that way you can get in on these amazing deals. And ring the bell. That way you'll be alerted when I post my next video. Next video, I think, will be another Goodwill Blue Box. And, yeah, it's from Nashville. If you'd like to purchase anything from these videos, either part 1 or part 2, indicate that. And the instructions are in the beginning of my video after my introduction, and they're always below in the description box. So check that out, and thank you again, everyone, for spending this time with me, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye now.